Hey guys, this is Sandy. I'm a licensed realtor here and a licensed loan originator in the Central Florida area. Today, I know I've been away for a little bit. I've been swimming. My hair's in a ponytail because all the water messes up my hair and all that great stuff. But today I want to do a video for you on how to compare pre-approval and pre-underwriting. So if you're looking to buy a home, there's three different things that you could do. You could get pre-qualified, pre-approved, or you could go through pre-underwriting, right? To make you a stronger buyer. Now, the market is kind of not that great. So we're going to explore a few things, right? Let's jump into it. So interest rates are kind of high. Prices are still high. A lot of people are kind of on the fence when it comes to buying a home, or should I buy a home? Should I just save my money, keep it in my pocket? What should I do? So the thing about it is there's never a bad time to buy a home. It depends upon the term and the price that you're going to get for that home. So if you get a really great deal, or if you have a really motivated seller that wants to sell right now, they're going to want to make sure that they don't tie their property up and the buyer not be able to buy, right? Because interest rates are high. A lot of people can't qualify for a mortgage right now. And sellers are hesitant to sell, and they're hesitant to tie the property up with a buyer that they don't know if they'll truly qualify, because a lot of these are also falling apart because of financing. So you can, if you're looking to buy a home, the first thing you're going to do is get pre-qualified. Pre-qualified is the easiest thing, and all pre-qualified means is you spoke with a lender and you tell them, hey, I make X amount of money per month or per year. My credit score is this. These are my loan obligation on my credit report. What, do you think I'll be able to get a loan? So a pre-qualification is just you verbally telling a loan originator or a loan officer your situation, and they kind of tell you, based upon what you're telling me, you might qualify for X. That's a pre-qualification, right? That means you have not provided any kind of evidence that you could really qualify for the home or any of that stuff. This is just verbal. That's what a pre-qualification is. So the lender is going to say, based upon what you're telling me, you're qualified for X. Now, a pre-approval, and most people don't want to pre-qualify the pre-qualified letter because it doesn't really say much. It just say you went to a lender, you spoke with them, and this is what you may qualify for. A pre-approval now means that you actually provided evidence to the lender. So that means you went in there, you showed them your pay stubs, they run your credit report, a hard pull. They did a hard pull in your credit report. They see all of your obligations. They know how much your rent or your current mortgage is. I don't know whether you're renting or you own a home, you're selling a home to buy another home, whatever it is. The pre-approval means documentations was presented. And so when you get a pre-approval letter, it means that you're truly qualified based upon the information you provided. Now, what is the difference between a pre-approval and pre-underwriting, or even underwriting to be exact? Now, some lenders do provide pre-underwriting, some don't. But when a borrower has a pre-underwriting letter, it makes them a very strong buyer, because it means that they actually start processing a loan based upon a certain price. So they might so let's say, for an example, the buyer wants to buy a home, they want to be taken seriously, but they're not sure, they want to make sure they're truly qualified. They don't want to get in the middle of the loan and the loan falls apart. So the lender might say, okay, then, based upon the fact that we see that you're qualified to buy a home for $400,000 as an example, you're going to put this much down. This is your credit. This is your income. We're going to go pre-underwriting. So that means it's going to move from the lender to an underwriter that's going to pre-underwrite the loan. So that means they're going to dig deep. They're going to examine how long you've been working at your job, if you're ever laid off, what your standing is with your job. They're going to go deep in your credit report, what's being reported, how much, what are your expenses, what's your debt to income ratio, is there any red flags? Do you have any delinquency that may be a red flag when it comes to full underwriting? Are you a transient worker? Do you travel for work? Is this a primary residence or not? So the pre-underwriting, which is what's coming up now, and this is becoming more and more popular, is where they're actually pre-underwriting you so that when you do find a home, you're ready to go. Meaning, all this is already done, you're ready to go, and the only way it makes a difference is if you switch lenders. So if you are with the same lender in the pre-underwriting for you, you put an offer in. And the reason why I'm saying this is there's going to be a lot of deals that are going to be coming up on the market because of the way the market is, right? Some sellers are going to be very motivated to sell. So if they're very motivated to sell, there's going to be quite a few people looking on the property, even in the market we're in, because they are looking for a deal. And so the seller is not going to want to tie up the home with someone that may not qualify. So if you're stepping in, a pre-underwriting letter is almost like cash, because you're saying, hey, listen, I'm pre-underwritten. They already qualify me for this amount. This is the amount I'm offering you. As long as the amount you're offering the homeowner is the same amount or less on your pre-underwriting letter, then more than likely you will, unless they have a cash offer, you can't be cash. If they don't have a cash offer, then you'll be the next best one because you're pre-underwritten, and that excels over a pre-approval or pre-qualification. Pre-qualification is the worst. So again, most of that is verbal stuff. Pre-approval, you presented all your evidence and say, this is my pay stub, here's my credit report, all this great stuff. They did that. Pre-underwriting means they're actually going in to examine all the paperwork that you provided. Now they're going to want to qualify the paperwork, make sure everything is right. They're going to probably call your job or send us a job letter to make sure that you're actually in good standing on your job. They're going to look at all your debt, your income, any other income you have. They're going to want bank statements, all that great stuff. They're going to, if you have bank statements that shows large deposits consecutively, they may question that. So all of this is what's involved in pre-underwriting. They may also pull, let's say you did find a property, they'll pull the taxes on that property to see if there's any delinquencies or any of that stuff. So pre-underwriting is always the best way to go. So if you're on the market right now and you're thinking of buying, or you're looking to get a deal from a very motivated seller, or you have to sell a home to buy another home, you want to be a strong buyer, right? Especially if you're going for new construction. You want to make sure you're a strong buyer, so you want to get pre-underwritten as opposed to pre-approval. Pre-approval is great, don't get me wrong, but if your lender offers a pre-underwritten letter, which means, hey, everything, the letter is going to kind of state, this person is completely qualified to buy a home up to this amount because they're pre-underwritten by our company, then that will be great. Okay, so I hope that helps. So remember, there's three things: pre-qualification, pre-approval, pre-underwritten. You want to either have a letter for being pre-approved or pre-underwritten, but the pre-qualification is not going to really get you anywhere. The interest rates are still high, but people are still buying, and sellers are being negotiable. Other sellers are helping buyers with closing cost concession and helping them to buy down the rate and all that great stuff. So a lot of stuff is still going on in the market. It's not at a standstill as you might think. There are things going around. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you could be notified when we put a new video out. I was kind of down for a little bit because I was doing my little swimming thing, and I'm like, what am I going to do with my hair and how am I going to be in camera? But I'm like, it's been too long. Let me get something out to you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.